Hi, I'm Stephen Beane. I want to introduce you to my favourite shoes in the Mustad range. This is the LiBero Concave Extra Slim. This is the LiBero Concave Original. I really like these shoes. They've got really good nail placement, really strong clips, nice heels. I tend to use these on a lot of the sports horses. They come ready for the pins to go in. They've got the countersunk stud holes. The hinds are a pattern, inside, outside, and the front's symmetrical. And I use a lot of the original on the hard wearing horses. It's a stronger shoe, 22 by 10. Again, really good clips. And I always use both pairs in combination with the premium nail, the concave. The reason I use the concave, it's got the pitched head, so it nails on really good, and it really fits into that groove really nice, and it really locks into place. So these shoes are very refittable. They've got a really nice deep groove, and it's a strong shoe, so it's very hard wearing. So I've got Roger here, and we're going to refit Roger's shoes. Right, so I've got Roger here. We're actually outside. It's English weather, and Roger doesn't like to be shot inside, so it's just one of those part and parcel of the job, keep him happy. So you can see we've got the LiBero Concave Extra Slim. He's ready for shoeing, but there's still plenty of wear left on that shoe, and it's actually already been back on once already. So this shoe's done 12 weeks wear. So there's two ways of removing the shoe. Most important is we remove it nice and flat, because that makes it easier to refit. So I use the pull-offs, and I'm just gonna knock the clenches up on there, smack it. Or I could use nail pullers, but I prefer to use the pull-offs. I go right at the heel and I give it a little pop. And once it pops, I can see the nail. Then I take the nail out, and it's quicker than using the nail pullers. Like that, off it comes. And then because I've got the pull-offs in my hand, I can go straight to my box and I can tap them straight out, like that. And that's the shoe off. Quick wire brush. There's nothing worse than when you get the mud on the back of the shoe. That's going to stick to it in the fire, a bit like when you heat clay up in the fire and it hardens. So quickly clean that off. Clean your groove. And that's going to go in the fire ready to refit. So my shoe's getting hot. I'm just going to clean Roger's foot up with the brush. Roger's got very weak feet, and that's why I like the LiBero Extra Slim, because it's got good nail hole depth, so I can nail him on quite high, and he has a nice section. But his trimming's all about gathering him up. So I'm just going to do the sides of his frog. He hasn't got a lot of natural depth, and he's a bit, you know, it's great having the perfect footed horses, but this is an everyday horse, everyday problem. I live in a very wet area, so his foot's basically washed out. There's nothing left of his foot. There's no sole to come out. His heels have collapsed, so we need to clean them back. There and there. And we get our XL Original, and we're just going to bring his wall back, because I want to just tighten his foot up, and that's going to reduce the depth straight away. So now I've marked the bottom, I just want to tighten it up. I'm going to use the XL Legend. It does a really nice wall finish, and this is where I'm going to fit my shoe to. Like I say, he hasn't got the best feet, and we are building strength on these. So I've took the shoe off nice and level. I just checked the level, but it should be level because I've took it off level. So that makes refitting it easy. Is when you unlevel the shoe, when you take it off, then you have to bash it to level it. So before I touch the shoe, I'm just going to brush it off. I'm going to let his foot hang down so I can check the clips in the centre. Look at that. I'm just going to ease my clip out. I'm feeling the fit, but it's a refit, so your job really is to refit the shoe. It's exactly what it says. You shouldn't be having to fit the shoe again. You're just literally refitting the shoe. A little bit more for my clip. And I can look at the burn. The burn really tells me a lot. And that's it, refitted, ready to nail on. So I've got plenty of pitch on this shoe, so I can nail it on nice. I'm going with the same pattern I did last time because there's no cracks there. But if need be, I've got the other nails I could use. I didn't fully drive the heel one because it's going to move the shoe over and it's not quite come out. I don't want to damage the hoof wall. So I can simply just pull that, put a little bit of tip, back in the same hole, and that comes out so it's not making too many holes in his foot. Middle one. Look how gentle I'm tapping the nails. It's a really good nail, it's very sharp, so I don't need to be hitting it, and he's got a very, very soft foot, so we shouldn't be bashing the shoe about, we should just be nailing it on nice and gentle. So again, tap that on. Good boy, Rog, good boy. Just a little draw down. So it's nailed on real nice. Like I said, the concave nail and the LiBero extra slim really do fit well. So I'm just starting to bend my nails over past 90. Using a Pro Finish. If you know me, you always know I use a combination of rasps to make my life easy. He's got weak feet, so I'm not going to put a groove in. I'm going to use my clenching skill to clench over without a groove, like that. And I really like the concave nail because of the shape of the shank. It does a really, really good clench. So they're in the wall, so we're just going to smooth over now with our Pro Finish. Finishing touches. Put a bit of moisture back into that. So that's Roger all done. You know, it's a really good shoe for refitting, is the LiBero range, concave range. Because look, the nail holes are sat in nice because it's got a deep groove, so it's refittable. You know, some shoes, they wear down and the groove's not there, so you can't get a nail in, and the nails are stuck up, which is no good. And the clips are still nice and strong, and there's still plenty of wear left in this shoe. So this is going to do Roger good for another 6 weeks.